It's GML, second part of the show. My name is Giverson Maina. It's Giverson Maina Live. My analyst today is Shaban Natembea from Emmanuria in Kakamega. In talks like the way he wants to speak, and he says he fears no one. Natembea,
yes,
the manifestos, these manifestos, are these manifestos, what to go by, in terms of election patterns? Are people going to vote these elections come 8th of August, according to which manifesto is better than the other?
Why am I telling you that we don't need manifesto? Because remember, in 2013, the Jubilee Brigade, actually, they did present a very beautiful manifesto. You can remember that day. No wonder they garnered a lot of votes, isn't it? Yeah. You see, that manifesto should have been completed in this year, if there is anything to go with the Kenyan Constitution, whereby the government of the day should serve, if possible, the 2 terms. So the manifesto should not be presented to serve for about 5 years. No, it's only for 1 term. That year, I mean 5 years.
What, in terms of percentage, how is Jubilee Manifesto, of 2013?
No, just relax. You see, they have come, you can remember on Monday, what did they say? That most of the project that they had started, they aim to do or to complete them. What it means, these people, they don't know what manifesto serves. Manifesto is just like the business plan. You see, the target, the goal. It's like a roadmap. It shows you where you're supposed to reach. And it is, remember, it is timeline. It has a timeline. So the manifesto of the 2013 was supposed to be completed when the term was coming to an end. So here I mean, just a minute, that whatever the Jubilee has not completed, that it was in the former manifesto, in the last election, here it means then they have come to us as their employers, and it's up to us to say, how comes you did not complete this? Then you'd like me to give you another term. Why can't you give a room for someone else?
What if, as you say, a business plan, you cannot implement a business plan if you don't have enough finances. What if the Jubilee government did not have enough finances?
But you have to be realistic. Look here, Giverson. How comes you come into when you are preparing your business plan, you try to come up with the things or the plans that honestly you cannot accomplish them. Be honest. Are you getting my point? Try to be honest. And if in case they did not fulfill what they had promised us in the previous election, then this one tells me these people, they have failed. So we should not give them another, because, and that's why I'm telling you, manifesto counts nothing to me. It counts nothing, because manifesto should not, there is no any manifesto in this country that should be prepared for 10 years. Manifestos supposed only to serve for 5 years. So for the first few years, if you have accomplished whatever you had promised in your previous campaign, so you come with us with a scorecard. Try to show, okay, look here, this is what I had promised you in the previous time, but I completed it. So there's no problem if you give me a nod to go on for the second term. But for example, when you go with anything that the Jubilee presented in the previous campaigns, it's like they achieved about less than 40%. Less than 40%. And that's why they have come, they are begging, they are telling us, oh, let us move on and accomplish the project that we had started. So it means these people, they were not sure even when they are creating that manifesto.
Looking at Natembea, let's go step one by one, item one by one.
Okay, let's go one by one.
The Jubilee 2013 manifesto. They promise free maternity.
Free maternity.
They have it. They implement it.
Yeah.
Number 2, they promise also free secondary education.
Free secondary education.
They have it. Tuition fee. They have it.
Is it there?
It's there.
No,
it's
I'm
there.
not sure.
It's there. It's there. I've confirmed. It's there.
That's a given try.
Tuition.
Okay, let's go on. When did you accomplish your school?
And of course, fees for paying, examination fees.
Okay, let's say
they have it. And then they also promise, laptops.
Laptops. Did they give out their laptops?
Tablets.
No, they didn't. No, in their manifesto, there was nowhere that was written tablet. It was written where?
Laptops.
Okay.
But it's one and the same thing. It's one and the same thing. But okay, they have not implemented 100% of the project, but they have tried.
Okay.
They have built, the SGR. They have done it, and then we are seeing them constructing roads. They're trying, and then rural electrification. It's something they're trying. Actually,
they are trying, and that's why I've not said that they have done nothing. Yeah. Actually, they have done a lot, if there's anything to go with their manifestos of the 2013. But you see, most of the issue, even when you talk about the free secondary education, in fact, there is where now they are trying to fool most of the voters. They are not supposed to talk about free secondary. But I've gone through the manifesto of the Jubilee. It says free day secondary school. Let's try to be fair here. Yeah, so you see, if you talk about secondary school does not start and end only in the day secondary school.
It means, what to me it means that, you pay for, pay free if, students go for free, if it's day school, and then if you have to board, then you pay boarding fee.
The another thing that these politicians are taking a ride on us is that they are giving these services that you are talking. For instance, they talk about the free maternal services, isn't it? Yeah. Free education. My question is very simple. Allow me to ask you a very humble question. Are they in a position also to take their children or even to their wives to these hospitals? They can't. So they know even the kind of service they are trying to lure us, that, oh, look here, we have offered a free. They know even if they offered at a free, but are very low quality. So they cannot send their children to those schools.
Some of our leaders go actually to public hospitals, like Governor of Kitu, is it? Governor Kivude Kibwana. He goes to public hospital.
That's just a gimme cry. Just a PR gimme cry. I know he can't. Even the likes of Rutos of this world. And then we have His Excellency, the President. Those people, they actually, if they get, you can remember the other day, when Isaac Ruto was just affected by a tear gas, what happened to him?
He flew to South Africa.
Exactly. So here, if you come to try to tell Kenyans, we have offered free education, free maternal, they cannot take their children and their kids to those places. So this tells me, even the kind of quality, the kind of service that is being offered in these institutions is of low quality. So what I would like to tell them, let's be honest on what they are promising.
No, the issue of education first. Let's tackle the issue of education. Is it realistic, to offer free primary and then free secondary education, either for Jubilee or for NASA? Is it realistic?
You see, I think this is not the first bunch of politicians to promise us free primary. I've done my analysis. I went back to my archive and realized that the first person to come out with this free education in his manifesto, it was the late Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. Back in 1963 manifesto, he had promised that we will have what? We would have free education. Although I wasn't there, but history is there. So, but he could not manage to implement it. Are you together?
Is it too expensive for Kenya?
In fact, even during the term of one Kibaki, remember he was the first person who had promised free education, isn't it? Do you know Kenyans were unable to handle it unless or until when the foreign countries chipped in? You can remember, it was collapsing. The project was collapsing actually. So it was just primary. So here, if you talk about secondary, you can try to imagine how expensive it is. I've told you, even paying teachers, go and ask sociologists of this world. They would agree with you that these people, that these people are unable even to pay the teachers. So when you talk about free education, I'm sure this is just a campaign gimmick. Most of them, they are not fair. And even if they would like now to offer it, it's not bad. By the way, it's the right of all the Kenyans to be educated or to get the basic education.
Teachers, they'll never be satisfied with the kind of salaries they receive. Even if they get 100 today, tomorrow they'll need 200.
Okay, that one outside the room, let's assume it was just an elephant, it was just a bypass. Let's try now to look at what these people have promised us. All of those promises that they have actually given to us, most of them, when you look at them, they are not realistic, and that's the problem. It's not bad to promise us. Those good things are actually good. For example, when you talk about the youths, about the jobs, it's so good. By the way, most of us, when we get to the university, we expect what? To be employed immediately. So if actually Jubilee would implement it, it will be one of the best things that we can NASA keep to remember them.
To create jobs for you.
It's good, but you see, all of these people, they are just joking with us. None of them has an interest of Wanjikos of this country in his heart. So let us not give them a lot of airtime for the so-called manifestos. They cannot do those things. They know it very well. It's just a matter of hoodwinking our votes.
And of course,
and you can take it to the bank if so to speak.
Let's wait. Let's wait. If NASA wins, then it means the manifesto is the best. And if Jubilee wins, it means the manifesto was better than the other one. No, Shaban, before we go to another break, the issue of NASA, saying that they want a hybrid form of government. It means they're taking us back to the old days when we have MPs who become appointed to become cabinet ministers, and that will require a referendum. That is not possible.
Actually, it's not possible because you see, number one, the issues to do with the NASA, I think the issues they are too complex. And sometimes when I talk here, some other people ignorant would imagine that I'm holding briefs on the Jubilee. No, I'm just trying to be reasonable. Remember, our country is a democratic country, and through our vibrant constitution, I'm opinionated, so to say, under Article 33 of the Kenyan Constitution. Are we together? So, yeah, actually, and it goes beyond. This one is not a monarchy or even a dictatorial state. No.
It's not China.
Okay, look here. This one is a democratic country. So, as I was trying to tell you something interesting about NASA, even when you try to consider their manifesto, it's like they have come up with a formula of exciting the old guards more than the youths, and that's where now they are scoring supplementaries. If there's anything to go with the forthcoming elections, you see, because you see, what will make, because if you try to look at the record of the IBC, as I've told you, the youths from 18 to 24, actually they are the majority, isn't it? Yeah. So if anybody would like to sleep in the State House, come on 8th of August, must come up with a way to solicitize votes from the youth. Something that, from where I sit, Jubilee has done a lot. Take it to the bank. If you think all the dustbins are full.
Sure?
Yeah, actually, because you see, if you'd like, remember, when you are doing marketing, we are being told that make sure you identify your target audience. Are we together? Yeah. And vis-a-vis in communication, if you like to do anything for advertisement, we have to identify, first of all, our audience. So remember, what Jubilee would like to do, as far as their manifestos of the 2017 is concerned, is to reach the youth of this nation. And that's why when you look, for example, I've talked about the Ajira.com. Most of those things, they will benefit too. The youths. Also, they have talked about the internship. It benefits too. The youths. They also promised about the free education, secondary free education. It also benefits too. The youth. But when you, the other thing, when you try now to compare the notes with the NASA manifesto, actually they have good things, but unfortunately, they have not stood at a position to excite the youth. That's the problem.
If it was an exam, who'd score higher? Who'd score higher? Is it Jubilee manifesto or the NASA manifesto? Okay,
yeah, it depends. You're asking me that question to target who? If it's to target youths, yeah, I mean from 18 to 24
35.
Or 35. Actually, the Jubilee has scored a lot.
70%?
Not even, if possible, even 102%. Because those are my opinions, okay? NASA, around 40, 45. Because you see what? They have great things. I've not said that their manifesto is not bad. Actually, it's very great for this nation if they can stand to implement it. But here, my question is, the youths, remember the youths have a lot of votes. And most of them, by the way, this one will be their first time to participate in a democratical process. So most of them actually, they are waiting that day. You see, are you getting that idea? Yeah. So actually, if there's anything to go with the votes of the youth from 18 to 35, take this to the bank, my friend. Jubilee has scored.
Jubilee has it?
Not that I'm holding brief on it. In fact, they don't know me. But I'm reasonable.
But the look of things, outside there, particularly in Western,
no, are you talking about
it's not good for Jubilee. No, let's go to a short break and then we come back. We talk about that. We talk about them, and then we talk about why. Yeah. Why would NASA take us back to the old constitution? There are 5 principles, and then try to create positions for the other principles, the rest of the principles. Isaac Ruto and Mudavadi, and who was the other guy? Wetangula. Vitu vichenjanga. That's what he says. The show continues right after the break.